Mr. Deutch is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the past couple of weeks, tens of thousands of Iranian citizens from a broad cross-section of society took to the streets to demand accountability and change in their country. This was the largest mass protest since the Green Revolution in 2009. Tragically, both ended the same predictable, harsh government crackdowns in which innocent, peaceful protesters were arrested, were jailed, and were killed. In the latest episode, more than 3,700 Iranian protesters were arrested, nearly 24 were killed. The Iranian people deserve better, and they deserve the support of all peoples who value and yearn for freedom. Today's resolution sends an important message to the Iranian people that we stand with them in their legitimate pursuit of reforms from a regime that would silence their voices and steal their fundamental liberties. I also believe we should do more. So I'm proud to have introduced with Chairman McCall, along with the support of Chairman Royce and Ranking Member Engel, the Iran Human Rights and Hostage-Taking Accountability Act that goes one step further than condemnation to actually impose sanctions against those Iranian officials perpetrating these egregious human rights violations, as well as those responsible for kidnapping Americans like my own constituent, Bob Levinson, who has now spent more than 10 years in captivity. Last week, we welcomed in a new year, and Bob's family again ushered in that new year without Bob by their side. For his sake, and for the sake of the Iranian people trying to hold their own regime accountable for caring more about Assad and Hamas than they do about helping their own citizens, I urge my colleagues to vote yes on House Resolution 676, help bring the Iran Human Rights and Hostage-Taking Accountability Act to the floor, and let's make sure that human rights remain exactly where they should in American foreign policy, right at the center of our agenda. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back.
Gentleman.